Louise will soothe you and she will share why she's passionate about this massive sign behind her, the Safety Warriors Absafe. So I'm going to stop my share. Over to you, Louise.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to share my screen, she says. I don't know where it's gone. There it is. Let me do this. So I'm going to tell you a bit about who I am, and then we're going to do a little bit of this. So bear with me because I am a little bit chaotic, and I don't know if I want to apologise for that, but I will apologise on your behalf. So my name is Louise. I am 51 years old, and historically I've been a nurse, and I've been working with children and young people for over 30 years. I've been doing the current job I'm in for about 2 years, and the reason I'm currently focused, obsessed, depending on which kind of avenue you hear this from, both work for me. So currently I am really focused on how we engage young people to give them a sense of value, a sense of safety, but also get them to become critical thinkers. So at Absafe, it's a cross between escape rooms and the Crystal Maze. We don't lock kids in, well, not always, but they come in, they have an experience. And I was talking to Alan in the breakout rooms, is what's beautiful about what we do in the north of Scotland, because we're quite a small charity, is that every kid that comes here gets seen. So we see them. They all get a chance to have a voice and be heard and be seen. And we're big supporters of the LGBT plus community. And we tell them that, you know, and it gives them a place where they can just be themselves. So I'm going to show you some of the videos that we show them. I'm going to get you to do some tasks because there's no such thing as a free lunch. And so I'm going to warmly invite you. This is a video that we show the kids. And the reason we show you this is that you're twice as likely to die from drowning in Scotland than you are in England. If you have some issues around maybe experiences of water, then please just mute it or just don't watch it. And then I'm going to get you to do a task. Does that sound okay? It's like school, but better. Is that okay?
Water looks like a great place to cool off, but just under the...
Sorry, I'm going to do it again, see if I can make it bigger.
Water looks like a great place to cool off, but just under the surface, it isn't cool, it's just freezing. Makes your fingers go funny, like you're losing control. And then there's the current. It's like trying to drag you down and you get your feet all tangled up in the weeds and it's almost impossible to get out. Which is why I didn't get out.
So we show that because we want kids to start thinking about how they make decisions. So this allows us to talk about, and they sit in a boat while we do this. So this allows them to talk about peer pressure, about dares, about what can help them make different decisions and what's best. They don't do a dare and get called a name, or they go into water and they can die. We also show them kind of images and stories around real life events. So what I want you to do is what we do with the kids is we get them to try and work out what a minute. So if you, and I'm going to tell you this, if you find yourself, you are in water and you don't know what to do, if you float like a starfish, it will help solve your life. So what I want you to do is just spend a minute. What I want you to do is see how long you can hold your breath for. Would that be okay? We do this for kids, right? So I'm going to count a minute. So are you ready? Go.
Makes your fingers go funny.
Okay, that was 60 seconds. And the reason we do that, we want kids to really think about how a minute feels. And remember, in the minute, they're going to be scared, they're going to be worried, it's going to be, you know, kind of things floating on off their face. And then we actually get them to do a starfish. I mean, these are kids at 11, 12 usually, and so they really become accustomed of what they can do, because familiarity will help save their lives. And I know that people say, well, why do we speak to adults about this? Because adults don't know how to behave in cold water. Cold water shock will kill you. So what happens is we teach the kids go home and tell their parents or carers. So what we're trying to do is any information that we share here with our young people, that they go out and spread it to other young people. So the reason I'm obsessed with this is that we know it works. We know that people, if we say to kids, you know, we'll say to them, like, what did you learn? They'll say, like, well, we learned how to do a starfish, we learned about train safety. But the other thing that we do is talk about mindfulness, MindSafe. So we've worked with young people around how we get young people to feel value and build resilience. And interestingly, I had somebody tell me the other day, I don't know, I can't get that on full screen, I'm really sorry, but I had somebody tell me the other day that you can't teach resilience. And I was like, of course you can teach resilience. So we developed a MindSafe package where we went into school. We created a MindSafe school. So we've got a school at the moment where we've got P3s who are around 7, 8 doing 3 mindfulness sessions a day. They lead it in the morning, after break and after lunch. And what that's done is change the whole culture of the school. Not a great amount of work, but what that did, so they start to learn leadership skills. They do feedback sessions where after every session they say to their peer group, how was that? And the peer group give them feedback, as in, yeah, that was great, it could have been louder, it could have been quieter, it could have been longer. So we're starting to develop this culture around it's okay to hear content that maybe previously you would have felt uncomfortable with, because just hearing somebody's opinion about something shouldn't crush who you are. You should maybe think about it and either think, okay, or actually that's not quite how I experienced it. So we're already having these discussions with 7, 8, 9-year-olds, because it's really important that we start to engage them in conversations that will help them progress through life. So I've got a little video to show you here of two of our young MindSafe ambassadors who are they're called Shamu and Katie. But I'll show you this.
Hashtag be safe. Hashtag Absafe. Yay! I am 7 years old.
Yep.
I am Katie.
I am 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Shamu. I think I'm doing quite well. The class say I've got a good volume with the noise. I feel quite good because I know that it gives them a rest of being all like, you know how their eyes have to look out for any danger and stuff. They get a rest of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that we do mindfulness with them.
It feels nice because I really like it. I'm usually the one who gets into the class first and gets to try and go out first. And I just stand there waiting for Shamu and everybody else to come through. I think it's really nice. I really like looking at the class as being really relaxed, because I know what it feels like to be really, really tired. I think I've improved quite a lot, because at first I didn't really know what the right volume was, but I think now the class have stopped saying our volume's too quiet, and I think we're starting to get it at the right volume.
Are you glad we started it?
Yeah.
Do you think other schools would like to do this?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you think other schools should do it?
Yeah.
So that's the two of our mindfulness MindSafe ambassadors. And the reason why I love that so much is that they when they first started it, they were barely audible in the class, barely audible. And now they're teaching other 8, 7-year-olds how to do the mindfulness sessions. A bit of warning, Katie became a little bit bossy as well, which was hilarious. So yeah, she definitely was like, you'll do this, you'll do that, but that kind of confidence that grows. So before I finish, really, we teach kids 2 things. So I warmly invite you to join me, but I'll be back. So we teach them that when they're feeling anxious, and it works for adults as well, that they can choose to be 2 things. If they have to go into a shop, or if they have to give a speech, that you can be 2 things. You can either be regal or you can be a warrior. So I'm going to let you choose which one you want to be. So if you're going to be a warrior, you're going to have a stance which is slightly apart, one foot in front of the other, your shoulders down and back. It's almost like you're ready to participate in something. Or you could be my favourite. Mum made it, is that you would be regal. So there's my crown. And here's my glasses. And here's my fan. So if you're going to be regal, you need to stand tall, and you need to put your feet flat on the floor, and you need to be ready to kind of, so you grow from your feet up. And I hear you say, why has Louise got a silly crown on her head? Because if you can't be joyful about something, if you can't get back into your toy box, if you can't really find that inner joy, then that does not translate to kids at all. So yes, I'm stood here in glasses and a printed crown. But if I'm feeling maybe a bit low in mood, or if I'm feeling a bit low in energy, then I'll go, do you know what, today I'm going to be regal. And I walk around like I'm regal. I mean, I don't walk around in this crown, that'd be weird. But I imagine this crown, and you can imagine anything that would suit you better. So I just want you to take maybe 20, 30 seconds before we finish and think about where you are today. Are you regal? Are you stood tall? Or are you ready for a bit of a conversation, a bit of a battle, a bit of I need to be focused on this a little bit more? And that's just some things that we teach kids about, and some things we work with kids about. And you know, if we give kids this information, if we just allow them to hear the information and practice this, they get better. They become resilient. They become hardier. They become ready for what the world is going to throw at them, which we know is going to be difficult. So that's why we do what we do. That's why I'm absolute, kind of astounded to be in the presence of some people on this call. But primarily, it's like how we work together to make it better for them. And when you tell them that you need to be better than us because we didn't get it right, you give them permission to do something different. So on that note, because I know I can talk for a while, more than a while. So that's me. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense for 15 minutes. But as always, I'm just glad to be a part of it. So, and I'm sorry the presentation didn't appear as it should, but you know, I'll run with it. So yeah, that's me. So thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Louise. Honestly, your enthusiasm and your passion for what you do. I don't know what you've always worked with young people, but your genius and your purpose just shines through, and I can see how much you love what you do. Even though I know there are days when you could throttle someone. It's not usually the kids, it's the authorities that you need to deal with. So working in a charity is never easy, and I really admire you for your tenacity to get the job done and to help as many young people as you can. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you.